Let me welcome you back to the channel. It's your boy Andre, and in this video, we will be starting a series on the most dominant vowel in Jamaican Patois. Matter of fact, we would even go as far as saying this is the glue that hold Patwah together. This will be the first in a 4-part series, and if you didn't master anything else in these video lessons, master this series. So if you're not ready, buckle up. We will dive right into the first video of the Dominant A series coming up after this. Welcome back to the channel where we teach the language of Jamaica and do our part to preserve the Jamaican culture. We want to introduce you to the most powerful vowel in Jamaican Patois. We believe that it is single-handedly responsible for the bulk of how we sound and why our accent is the way it is. Now, this is a 4-part series, so in this video, we want to touch on 3 things. We want to touch on the dominant A's basic sound, we want to touch on how other vowels mimic its sound, and how the dominant A affects certain suffixes and eliminates most R sounds within words. And at the end of the video, we will explore some examples. So without further ado, make we get into the video. The first thing we want to touch on is the short vowel A in Jamaican Patois and the actual sound it makes. The English for Patwah is based off of is the British version. So the short vowel A make an A sound as opposed to the North American A that makes more of an A sound. So to demonstrate, this word in North America would be pronounced bag. In Patwah would be bag. And the reason for that is the A sound or short A makes. Let me bring your attention to this word. It's a common exclamatory word we use heavily in Patwah to get the point across. In North America, it's pronounced man. But in Jamaica, we say man. The common misconception when some people hear this word at full speed is that we are saying mon with an O, but that is incorrect. What we're actually saying is man. So you may be wondering, okay, so what's the big deal? The difference is the correct way is authentic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
And this
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
is usually a cringy caricature. So whenever you see the short A in Jamaican Patois, it will always be pronounced A. The second thing we want to touch on is how the dominant A affects the short O sound. It mimics the A sound the short dominant A makes. This applies to most words with the short O. We will go into the difference when it starts a word in a later video. But right now, let me just give you a couple examples so you can see what I mean. Job, job. Top, top. Hog, hog. Socks, socks. Just to name a few. Keep in mind, we don't spell the words like this. This is just for enunciation purposes. We will write the words like this in the captions for denote pronunciation, but after this lesson, we'll go back to normal. Words that start with UN and UM and make the short un and sound also mimic the A sound and end up sounding like an and am. So a word like understand would be pronounced understand. Until, until. Umbrella, umbrella. And so on. The third way the dominant A affects our accent and how we pronounce words is what it does to our suffixes and some words containing the short R sounds. Words ending in ER, OR, UR, AR, and IR mimics the A sound. This is primarily where the Jamaican sounding accent comes from, along with a few other things we will get into in later videos. But for now, here are a few examples of how the dominant A affects these suffixes, the short O and most short R sounds. Doctor, doctor. Elixir, elixir. Customer, customer. Ginger, ginger. Structure, structure. Murmur, murmur. liar, liar. Just to name a few. Alright, so now that we went over how the dominant A affect with accent, we could tie everything together and show you how this would work in a typical conversation. So, as requested in the comments by one of my loyal audience members, we could continue the story of the couple vacation in Jamaica who got picked up by the cabbie from lesson 9. Click the link above if you want to go back and rewatch it. I'm glad you enjoy the food. The resort down the road. It will only take with 10 minutes and we can drop it off out front. I actually have some free time this week if you don't want to do something different than just the resort. We can carry her around to the local spots if you don't want to hire me. That sounds like a good idea. I wouldn't mind see more of the local spots. Let me take your number and then we will link up on Monday since we're there for the week. I will drop off close to the front door so the bellhop can bring the luggage to the front desk. I will link on Monday. Look more. Yeah man, respect. Welcome to a resort. We will help you within the check-in. We happy if you have you as a customer and we look forward for serving you. We just need a last name and credit card to look up the reservation so we can get you situated. Let me take on a drink order in the meantime so you can kickstart in the vacation. Okay, so now good to go. This gentleman is with lead concierge. He will show you to a room, give you a full tour of the facilities, and familiarize you with numerous activities for you to enjoy and stay to the fullest. And we're there if you need anything or have any questions. Thanks again for choosing the resort and enjoy the stay. Alright, we will keep the story going in future lessons, but before we wrap up, quick recap. We went over the dominant A basic sound, how the short O mimics its sound, and how it affects words with the short R sound and the short R sounding suffixes. In the next lesson, we will do a full pivot and examine how the dominant A affects with verbs. We can't wait to get into that. Alright, so we're there at the end of this video. I want to thank you again for hanging out with me. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. But until next time, as always, take it easy.